I'll pick you up after school.
The other kids, they think I'm weird.
Carrie, favorite poem? Did you bring one?
I don't want to be. I want to be normal.
Wipe that smile off your face.
I have to try and be a whole person before it's too late.
In Carrie, a shy girl outcast by her peers and sheltered by her deeply religious mother unleashes telekinetic terror on her small town.
Carrie's also dealing with her religious backgrounds, which her mother, created fake scripture and such to kind of manipulate her, and she kind of loses touch of what is going on around her, and that is when the telekinesis part of her kind of pops out.
If I concentrate hard enough, I can make things move. There are other people out there like me who can do what I can do.
The telekinesis in our movie is both emotional and it's mental, and I really think it's part and parcel with Carrie's character because it's a superhero origin story.
Carrie, crazy Carrie!
She can't cry enough, she can't scream enough, she can't speak enough. This energy within her pops out in little bursts.
Carrie.
Stop.
So you know how prom is next week? I was wondering if maybe you want to go with me.
It becomes so believable because of how far this girl's pushed that suddenly it's very easy to accept that that can happen.
Chloe Grace Moretz stars as Carrie White, a role which pushed her to explore new depths of her acting talent.
Carrie is a very emotional role. It is probably the most vulnerable I've ever been as an actor. So in some ways it's kind of terrifying for it to come out, but at the same time it'll be kind of an awakening for me because it's something I've never done before.
She is actually an adolescent, so I'm working with somebody who's in the midst of that change, of that process of becoming an adult, and that's kind of unusual.
Chloe actually is, in a way, as a person, older than her years, so much so that she actually jokes that Kim on set was playing, you gotta tone it down, you gotta play it a little younger.
Julianne Moore stars as Margaret White and went back to the original book to get her inspiration for the character.
I went back and looked at it for there was some specific language that Margaret uses that I thought was really interesting, and just her backstory, the way she, the relationships that she had, the way she gave birth to Carrie, all that stuff was really shocking and scary in the novel, and we kind of tried to bring that back into the film.
Director Kimberly Pierce was at first skeptical about the idea of directing yet another remake.
At first I wasn't sure, why you might or might not, remake this movie. So I got a hold of the book and read it cover to cover and was completely captivated. And I also saw that there was a chance to do it differently.
Working with Kim has been amazing in discovering how to make each relationship really developed so that you care about that person.
We did a lot of improvisation work with her, especially with Portia and with Ansel. We did a lot of improvisation kind of starting with the scenes but running off with it and just discovering stuff, and she would use that and write it into the script.
Prom is next week. You don't have a date already, maybe you want to go with me.
Mama, I've been asked to prom.
They're gonna laugh at you. They're all gonna laugh at you.
Mama, stop it.
It's this heightened reality of the mother and daughter struggle that you have as a young adult.
All these people's desires come into an amazing, conflict, and you've got Carrie going to the prom. And we're all watching it thinking, don't go to the prom.
It's a story about being, a loner, an outcast, what that's like, and then being given kind of supernatural powers.
What she wants ultimately is to fit in and to be liked and to be, quote, normal. And just to be accepted, because that's really truthfully what everyone wants.
These powers, unleash, she goes against her attackers, and there really is this phenomenal climax to this movie.
Her mother was a fanatic. I don't know how she lived with her.
She believes something supernatural happened here. Defies logic and explanation.
There's one thing no one seems to understand. She wasn't some monster. She was just a girl.